As the Lord thy God liveth, I have not a cake, but a handful of meal in a barrel, and a little oil in a cruse. Somebody say a cruse. Thank you so much. And behold, I am gathering 2 sticks. Somebody say 2 sticks. Thank you very much. That I may go and dress it for me and my son, that we may eat. Somebody say eat. Thank you. And die. Somebody say die. Amen. You may be seated in the presence of the Lord. Amen. That I may go and dress it for me and my son, that we may eat and die. I just want to talk about, amen, just for a little bit, tag this text, this thesis statement, amen, and delivered from a dead place. I just want to talk about being delivered from a dead place. Strategically, ladies and gentlemen, if I can arrest your attention real simply, I need you to understand that here in the United States, we have something which is called, amen, the death penalty. And the death penalty ensures, amen, that a person will do a crime so vital, or so, excuse me, not vital, but so vicious, amen, that they, at this point, has to exchange their life for the life in which they've stolen. Y'all with me out there? Amen. Now what happens is, it is granted unto them that before they die, they are allowed to have what we know as their last. So, okay, amen, amen. How many last meals you know of, sister? Amen. She done broke loose, amen. She been watching Prison Break, amen. But you all are familiar, they are allowed to have what they know as what we know as the last meal. In America, there has been some strange requests. One request that I want to bring to your attention, in the state of Utah in the year of 1999, a man by the name of Joseph Mitchell Parsons, his last meal consisted of 3 Burger King Whoppers, 2 large orders of fries, a chocolate shake, chocolate chip ice cream, a package of grape Hubba Bubba bubble gum, which the note says that he shared with his brothers and his cousins. Parsons' attorney said that he chose the meal because of Burger King's slogan, "Have it your way." And it was a reflection of him taking control of his life. Now, I don't know who I'm talking to today, but let me preach that real quick. We've all been in some dead situations, and every now and again, God will allow you to have some things your way. Now, 3 people mistake you to shout right there, because guess what? Even in the midst of your confusion, even in the midst of the reflection of your bank account, God is still let you have a few things your way. Yep. And the clothes that's on your back, amen. You really can't afford it, but God allowed, even in the midst of your famine, for you to have some things your way. The car that you drive, the house you live, your education status, your spouse, amen. Whatever it is that you have, even your children, they get on your nerves sometimes. Every now and again, you look at what you have and you say, God, you've been better to me than I've been to you. I'm just curious today, is there anybody here, even in a dead place, even in a solitude space, even in a broke place, can lift their head toward heaven and say, God, thank you for letting me have a few things my way. Let me go ahead and preach now. I already gave an example of outside of the house. Let me go in the house. This morning, Sister Tucker, if you don't mind me sharing, she came in and she was excited about having the opportunity to come into the house of the Lord. Because all of us know she's been battling with lupus, and she's been battling with this illness for years. But she limped her way in. She walked her way in. She pressed her way. And she said, Pastor, I told my son that I needed to make it to the house. She said, son, her son said unto her, Mom, out of all the churches that are around the neighborhood, why is it that you want to go all the way to Pioneer? She said, first and foremost, they are not my home. Watch this, Secondly, she said, I need to see those chairs. Y'all help me out. And then she came in and sat down in the chairs in which we had vision for, even though these are the starter chairs and we're still building on the ones we desire. She said, I've seeded into something. And watch this, I can't seed into something and not get a chance to see it. Let me go ahead and preach for her. I believe there's somebody here that's been praying and asking God to show them something. But I need to encourage you, baby, that if you've been seeding seeding into something, then every now and again you got to make sure you see it. If I'm seeding it, then I want to see it. And I got a audacious attitude today. God, I've been seeding into the house. God, I've been seeding into my life. God, I've been seeding into my family. I've been praying for my kids. I've been praying for my life. I've been praying for my mother. I've been praying for healing. I've been praying for deliverance. I've been praying to be set free. Now, God, I want to see where I'm seated. If that's you ought to pat yourself on the back and say, it's time for me to start seeing. It's time for me to start seeing some results in here. I can't let the enemy win. I got to see it. I believe it in my heart, but I need to see some things. Come on, somebody. Let me finish, Sister Tucker, before I get to the text. This is the last thing that astonished me. She said, Pastor, after getting the report that I got from the doctor, this could be my last time in the house. Oh my God. She said, look. After getting what I heard, I don't know when my last time is going to be. So if this is my last time, I want to be found that I made it to the place where I prayed. I made it to the place where I heard the voice of God. I made it to the place where the Lord has kept me. And I just want to know, is there anybody that said that this just might be my last time? So as long as I'm here, I'm not going to be here sitting cute and mute. As long as I'm here, I'm going to lift up my voice. I'm going to lift up my head. I'm going to lift up my hands. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to hug somebody. I'm going to love somebody. Because this might be my last time in the house. Yeah, you can be seated. Now it brings us to the content of the text. Here it is. I first and foremost to give you a backdrop. Elijah the Tishbite shows up in the first verse of this chapter, and he's standing at the throne of Ahab. And Ahab and Elijah have a problem. This is greater than the LeBron James versus your boy story. This is bigger than the Cavaliers versus the Warriors. Because what happens is there is an issue here. The issue is Ahab, watch this, which is the king of Israel, which, watch this, represents the church. Ahab, the pastor in a sense of Israel, has decided to serve and honor another God. What do you mean? He is now following a God by the name of Baal. And Elijah, the prophet, is coming in to restore, watch this, the confidence of God, the Almighty One, into the house of Israel. So he begins to tell Ahab in his face, look, check this out. My God is about to show his hand on you. He's about to restore the house. Watch this. And in order to do so, this is what we're going to do. According to my word, watch this. It will not rain or dew until I say so. Now watch this. That might sound insignificant to us, but you must understand that Baal was the god of fertility, which meant that whenever anything grew around Israel, they gave Baal the credit. We all know that nothing in life grows without water. So what God had to do, Sister E.B., he had to give the place some water issues. Y'all gonna help me out real quick? I just got excited real quick. Oh my God, I didn't see that coming in the preparation. Listen here. Sometimes in order for you to grow, God has to give you some water issues. Oh my God, y'all gonna let that miss you, huh? You gonna let, watch this, in the place where water should have been flowing freely, the water supply was cut off. And God said, I can grow you when there's no water. Oh, come on, y'all gonna help me out, pioneer. Oh, let me just go ahead and tell y'all, for those of y'all sitting there acting like you don't know, listen here, we've been going through some water issues here. We've been going through some water issues in this church. But I need you to look around and see that God said, even in your family, even in your water issues, I still grew you. You can't give credit to man. You can't give credit to your pastor. You can't give credit to the biggest givers in the house. God said it was me showing up, even when everybody else was showing out. I need you to understand that God can still grow you even when you got some water issues. Yeah, let me get back to my text. I didn't see that one coming. But here it is. He said, I'm going to give you some water nature. And I know you're talking about growth as in the plants. But I need you to know God can grow your finances even if